First of all, you look very New Orleans, very specifically New Orleans. From a business perspective, though, why does this game matter so much to advertisers? I guess it must have something to do with that $111 million viewer number. Million
Well, it
viewers.
has to do with the passion that all of us who are here either to cover or to watch it on television, and that's why it's important. Yeah, a Bourbon Street, a little bit of Bourbon Street last night. But the bottom line is for advertisers, the networks pay $600 some odd million a year for the television rights, and the advertisers pay $4 million for a 30-second spot. That doesn't include activation. It doesn't include doing the commercials. But a lot of surveys say it only moves the buying needle 8 to 9%. So they've got to really stand out with commercials that really matter, or not, or else it's a horrendous waste of money.
Okay, so 8 to 9%, then it does beg the question. I mean, $4 million is a lot of money for 30 seconds. Does it make a difference for these companies?
Well, it does if it's a good commercial. The surveys have been done by Ad Age and others, and they say that 44% of women prefer the commercials to the game. 69% rewatch the commercials online. 44% of the viewers are women, and of course, we know they make about 95% of the buying decisions. In my house, it's over 160% buying decisions. And so when you think about the numbers, this is the one opportunity during the calendar year that advertisers with good commercials really use to reach their audiences and cause them to act.
All right, now let's focus on the Super Bowl itself. I mean, if it were a business, how big would it be?
If it were a business or a country, it would have a GDP of $3 billion. When you look at the numbers themselves, you realize that the gambling numbers, the legal gambling, is over $100 million. The tickets, by the way, they're averaging about $3,100 with brokers, about $1,000 face. When you add the 76,000 seats, that's nearly $230 million of value, and merchandise over $150 million for the game. Those are really significant dollars you don't see anywhere else in American sports.
Now, Rick, I know there's a lot of New Orleans flavor there. Obviously, you have the gear. We're looking at some video, or we just were, of someone who looked pretty festive. What's the tone like? Who have you been catching up with? What have you heard?
Yeah, well, I was in the middle of a festive tone. Monday, Tuesday, everybody understood this was a requirement for New Orleans citizens to understand they had to come back from Katrina 7 years ago. And when you think about it, it's $1 billion of economic impact, not just this game, but the Women's Final Four, Men's Final Four, the Sugar Bowls, the BCS National Championship, and other huge events. New Orleans is a sports and entertainment town. The $350 million renovation of the Super Bowl added to that, and everybody's celebrating because of that, dear.
Rick, you've been in the business a long time. Who wins? What's the point spread?
Well, I'm thinking San Francisco with 1.2827. One Harbaugh wins, one Harbaugh loses. How's that for a prediction?
That's pretty strong, Rick Horrow. Thank you very much.